There is an update dropping later today, so what can we expect from it? What can we expect later this month? And what can we expect next month? I have some predictions based on some recent official communication from FoxNext. Let's go.
Valley Flyer.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? Valley Flying here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. Now, we have an update dropping later today, and it should be a small update. It is supposed to be getting ready for this Storm event, but based on the recent communication from the devs on their official forums, on their official website, there are some certain things happening this month. I wanted to review those just to kind of keep them in one place and give a few predictions based on what I'm seeing on that and kind of what is missing, kind of filling in the blanks there. So before I get to that, I do want to remind you guys that I am playing on BlueStack, so check the link down below. Click on it, install it on your computer, and there is a link to TeePublic as well. Some great Valley Flying merch on there. Check it out. Some cool shirts, mugs, a bunch of stuff. All right, so let's get into the update. First thing, the big thing is Storm. She is coming in an event later this week. Now, I did a review on the character. If you didn't see that video, I think that the character has a lot of potential to be a very, very good character. As her kit stands right now, it doesn't seem like she is too useful outside of the raids, just because of the way the kit is and her character design is. But some very big potential in the raids. Even without any changes, she could do some huge damage if you build her up right and save her for later. Good character, but needs some changes to be a little more viable throughout the whole game there. The event is coming later this week, so you can start to unlock Storm. And based on what I've seen on Reddit, this event will require global characters. Now, this event is on the test server, but I have not played it purposefully because I don't want to accidentally say anything about it. But I'm assuming it will be very similar in difficulty to Miss Marvel, Scarlet Witch, Ant-Man and Wasp, all those events that we got. I think it'll be very similar as far as difficulty. We also have a City Heroes event coming a little later this month, and from a recent data mine, we know that that is supposed to be awarding ability materials. Now, this is also on the test server right now, but I have not went in and played this purposefully because I don't want to disclose anything accidentally, but that will be City Heroes, and that will award ability materials. All right, and coinciding with that event is a Defenders rework that's been talked about in the dev blogs for a while now. So that is supposed to be happening around mid-September. So I think that'll kind of coincide with when this event drops for the City Heroes. Other events we got a Merc event happening a little later today. Star-Lord event happening in about 5 days from now, so that'll be about mid-month, which means the Iron Man event, which they said would come back in September, is probably happening towards the end of September. And there's probably going to be another Hand event, like these Merc event, that is a recurring theme each month. And the Hand event just happened a little while ago, but I think it'll happen again towards the end of September. So that's my prediction. And I think they've already stated that the Nick Fury event that just ended will be happening again in October. So look out for those. All right, so other kind of big news as far as this update goes is an Ultron Rework. Now, he's not a playable character in the game yet. So for most people, this rework won't really affect them unless there's a stage that you haven't beat Ultron on. There's some Ultrons in the raid as well. But he's supposed to be getting a rework. I'm thinking that is happening mid-September, and that is going to coincide with the Dark Dimension. So let me pull up the official blog on that. So this was from a couple days ago, so the 3rd, so 2 days ago. And this is providing a lot of challenge for high-level squads. The goal is to fight through a series of tough battles over an extended period of time, building the ideal team to overcome each obstacle as efficiently as possible. The enemies in these battles are extremely strong, so it will take many attacks to beat each mission. I am very curious to see how difficult this actually is. There is a disclaimer that they had in this. The intention of the mode is to provide a long-term challenge to late-game players. So don't worry if this mode seems unbeatable when you first encounter it. I think the warning there is that for most people, this mode will be unbeatable when you first encounter it. And it's kind of a warning to some of the backlash. And I'm glad they're communicating this right up front. If you're not ready to do it, you'll be able to do this over time is kind of what it's saying, though. Just build up your squads. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing how difficult it is. Not on the test server yet, but it looks challenging. They're also going to have 2 difficulty levels, and it sounds like this is how Ultron will be unlocked. So it should be good. Now, Venom Movie is coming out on October 5th. And if we've looked at the major updates that they've had surrounding movies, the past 2, Deadpool and Ant-Man the Wasp, happened about a week before the movie. So based on that, I think Deadpool is coming out at the Venom is coming out at the end of September, because that is a week before the October release date. One of the more important more heavily anticipated, not important, but heavily anticipated characters coming later this month is my prediction. We've also said in one of the other dev blogs that there is a Mutant Trait coming, rework, in October. Now, the gears that you have for your characters, it will change to that Mutant Trait. So the characters that you have right now, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Cable, if you want to upgrade their gear, I would suggest doing it sooner than later. I don't know how difficult it will be to upgrade their gear once they have this Mutant Trait and are being upgraded for that. So I would recommend gearing your guys right now, because you know what it takes to gear them right now. We don't know what their gear will be in the future. All right, so future updates. Let me cover this first, and then I will get to some other predictions, especially for these upcoming mutant characters that they've teased. So level 70, they delayed that. That was actually supposed to happen last week, but they delayed that based on some of the feedback. I know there's some mixed feelings about this. I know Casino wanted it to go through to help make some of the raids and some of the content easier, and also to give us access to those orange ability mats. But I'm kind of in favor of this break. I've been overwhelmed for a while. It just seems like there's so many things to focus on. I wasn't sure what to focus on, and I'm kind of liking this break. I could get more of my characters up to level 65, start to build them before I have to start to raise them up to level 7, increasing amount of gold for each upgrade. Other thing, they talked about alliance leveling. Alliance donations will allow alliances to work together to increase the alliance and grant resources that could be spent to each character stats for your entire roster. The higher the level of your alliance, the more you can increase the character stats by investing resources of the stats of your choosing. So, looks good. I'm not sure if this is an individual thing or the whole alliance increases certain stats based on that. Alliance level will also determine how much you can upgrade your Alliance Helicarrier, which everybody sees in the game, but it just says it's underworked right now. Helicarrier role will play a vital role in the Alliance wars that are coming up, the Alliance versus Alliance game mode. It's currently under construction. This will be coming in future updates, so my prediction is October at the soonest for these things. But I'm very curious to see what they do with it. I'm very curious. All right, so the last question is for these mutants, because in one of these posts, I think it was this one right here, they said, where is it? Here it is. As you may have guessed, there will be several more mutant characters joining the fray over the next few months. So several more. We know about Storm. Now, I know there's a lot of requests. I think the 2 most requested characters were Gambit and Cyclops that I've seen. And they can fit a role. If we look at the mutants right now, they have damage dealers. They kind of have a controller in Storm if they kind of rework that second skill of hers. I think that skill does need to rework. That cooldown time is way too high to really make it effective for her. But if they do that, she can be a good controller. We don't have any healers. We don't have a good dispel on that team, and we don't have a protector. So I think they could fill those roles. Gambit and Cyclops can fill that dispel role. As far as healer, I don't see anybody except for maybe Jean Grey or Professor X that add to that role. And then there's no tank. And if I had to pick one person that stands out as far as a tank, I would pick Colossus. He's been in the Deadpool movies. He is a mutant. He is an X-Man, but he would fit that role perfectly. I know he's not a highly demanded character, but they really need a tank to make that faction shine. So I think my first prediction will be Colossus coming with one of these updates. And I think they're going to go with Cyclops. I know Gambit is heavily requested, but I think they need to get some of these more basic characters out of the way. So Cyclops, and he could kind of dispel with some of his lasers. And that is my predictions for this month. Some of it carrying into next month. Colossus, Cyclops, Ultron, and Venom. I think be some very interesting characters coming out this month. I want to hear from you guys, though. Let me know who you think is coming to the game. Either this month, next month, but coming very soon. Who do you think is coming to the game? Also want to know if there's other things that you guys are thinking is going to happen. Are we finally going to get those Ultimus 50 raids finally settled so that we don't need perfect completion by all 24 members of the Alliance? It was supposed to happen last month. Is it happening this month? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if there's other things that you think are happening this month as well. And if you like this video, make sure you smash on that subscribe button and smash on that like button and share this with everyone you know. There's also a link to Discord if you want to join the community. And I got one question for you before you go. What you gonna do, dude, when Valley Flying and all the Valley Maniacs from across the world come down on you? Valley Flying, out.